Hi, my name is Muhammad Alif, and this is a simulation management game for my subject, which is decision making, SMG 604. And this is the grade 8 draw. In this game, teams must work together to build a container to protect an egg, which is dropped from a egg. Before the egg drop, group must deliver presentations on their solutions, how they arrive at them, and why they believe they will succeed. Estimate time. First, around 15 to 30 minutes to create the package. Second, approximately 15 minutes to prepare a 1 minute presentation. Third, enough time for the presentations and feedback. This will depend on the number of teams. Lastly, time to demonstrate the egg flight. Equipments and needs. First, ideally at least 6 people in each team. Second, raw eggs, one for each group, plus some reserve in case of accidents. Third, materials for recreating the packaging such as cardboard, tape, elastic bands, plastic bottles, plastic bag, straw, and scissors. Aprons to protect clothes, paper towel for cleaning up, and paper tablecloths if necessary. Lastly, somewhere ideally outside that you can drop the egg from. If there is nowhere appropriate, you could use a step ladder or equivalent. Instructions. First, put people into teams and ask each to build a package that can protect an egg drop from a specific height, say 2.5 meters with the provided materials. Second, each team must agree on a nominated speaker or speakers for their presentations. Lastly, once all teams have presented, they must drop their egg, assess whether the egg have survived intact, and discuss what they have learned. Skill involved. This fun game develops problem solving and decision making skills. Team members have to choose the best course of action through negotiations and creative thinking. Advice for the organizer and facilitator. When teams are making their decisions, the more good options they consider, the more effective their final decision is likely to be. Encourage your group to look at the situation from different angles so that they make the best decision possible. If people are struggling, get them to brainstorm. This is probably the most popular method of generating ideas within a team. First, the groups take a vote or were members swayed by one dominant individual. Second, how did the teams decide to divide up responsibilities? Was it based on people expertise or experience? Third, did everyone do the job they volunteered for? Was there a person who assumed the role of leader? And how did team members create and deliver the presentations, and was this an individual or group effort? Okay, that's all from me, Muhammad Alif. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Aiman Syafiq bin Kamruzaman. Okay, I will present about group assignment which is SMG 605. Okay, about simulations which is the management game. Okay, I will explain my idea of management game in area of solving problem and also in the decision making. Okay, the name of the game which is the shrinking vessel challenge. Okay, this game requires a good deals of strategy. In addition, in teamwork. Okay, this game need many participants in one group because this is the group's game. Okay, the shrinking vessel is typical in icebreaker game, which is these games is always have any programs either in university or any schools that do the program. This game always have in any program. Okay, this game which requires a handful people and also a report or blanket. Okay, why it needs a require of handful people? Because the games needs someone's or people who need to make the to make around circle around the participants, use the blanket or any something else which is rope and the others. Okay, the idea is that you are in the situation of standing on a sinking ship. Okay, the sinking ship which is the circles that use the blanket or rope. Okay, the aim is to remain within the borders of the ship as possible. Okay, the ship which is in the circle we call is as a ship. Okay, in our case the area of the blanket or the encircled by a rope is the shrinking area. The circle area which is the shrinking area. So the shrinking vessels box. For this you have to bring your creativity and a bit your athletic self on. Okay, from this you need to use your creativity to make everyone the participants stay in the circle. Okay, as you will be standing very close to each other, you need to standing very close to make every participants in your group stay or have in the circle area. Okay, it is the perfect game to bond and break ice between your teammates. Okay, why it's a perfect game to bond? Because the participants in the groups need to communicate and give the idea to make them success in that game. So from that this game can make the bonding with them more good, and also between your teammates. Okay, for the estimate time which is the game we estimate will finish between 20 or 30 minutes. Depends how the participant thinks. Okay, every round we just give 5 minutes to the participants, how they want to finish that level, which is they need to finish the level within 5 minutes. They need to make everyone's of their teammates to stay in the circles. Okay, if the participants think really fast, so the game will finish fastly. But if the participant think it slowly, so the game will finish late. It's so 20 or 30 minutes, we just estimate it will be finished. Okay, for the equipment, okay, you can use the rope, blanket, or any something else to make the circle around the participant. You just need some things that can make circles around participant. You can use anything. Okay, for the instruction, okay, make a space on the floor using a blanket or a rope, such that you need to make the circle. You need to make a circle space, and have the players of a team or teammates stand on those spaces. Okay, all the teammates needs to stay on the space. Then continuously shrink the space, so the team will have think fast and work together to keep everyone within the shrinking borders, which is in the circle area. Okay, we really recommend you to make the shrinking periodically. The organizers have to half or shrink by a particular measure the area of blanket rope every 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes the participants need to settle that level, which is the organizer need to make the circle. If the level 1, the circle is big, and if the participants all the groups pass in the level 1, so the level 2, the circles will become smaller and smaller and smaller until only one group pass in that level. So the last group that pass the level, they will win. Okay, how to win this game? Okay, it is easily to win these games. Okay, after each string, a team maybe has 5 minutes to come up with a plan. To come up with a plan and execute again. This goes on and on. Okay, for the level 1, they will have the easiest part because the shrinking area is the small. It is big, but if they go to the another level, they need to think more fastly, because they need to think fastly how to make all their teammates and also their teammates to stay in the circle or in the shrink part. Okay, so the more level you pass, it will be the smaller. It will be more small area, and it will be more. It will be more hard to the participants to think, because they just have 5 minutes every level to. They just have 5 minutes every 5 minutes to pass the level. So if the more small the shrink space, which is the circle space, the participant needs to think more faster. So the team which remains the longest on the shrinking vessels will wins. Okay, what skill involved in this game? Okay, the skill that involved, which is the problem solving, how to make their teammates to stay in that space, and also thinking fast. And teamwork are the key success in this game. Okay, work together to figure out. They need to work together and figure out how to keep everyone to within the shrinking boundaries. Okay, so that's from me to explain my game, which is the shrinking vessel challenge. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Haris Pacific. So I will share to you about a decision making management game. So this game is called Create Your Own. So in this exercise, team must create their own brand new problem solving activity. So as for the use, this game encourages participants to think about the problem solving process. So it will build such as creativity, negotiation and decision making. So other than that, as well as communication and time management. So after the activity, team must should be better equipped to work together and to think on their feet. So as for this game, what you will need to conduct this game, so you need to ideally 4 to 5 people in each team or group. So at the area, you need to have a very large and private room. So this will not involve others. So as for the tools that needed, you need to have paper, pens and flip charts. So this should be provided to each group. So as for the time duration for this game is only around 1 hour to 1 hour and above, but not more than 2 hours for each group. So as for the participant, when they arrive, you need to announce that rather than spending an hour on a problem solving team building activity, they need to design and originate one of their own. So this each group need to design their own problem solving activity. So there must be more than 3 to 5 groups. So the divided participant into teams and tell them that they have to create a new problem solving team building activity that will work well in their organization. So the activity must not be one that they have already participated or heard of. So each of the group need they have create new without telling to other group. So after an hour, each team must present their own new activity that has the group created to the other groups, means the other participant. So outline key is the benefit. So as for the facilitator that will guide the game, so they have 4 basic steps in the problem solving. So firstly is defining the problem, second generating solution, evaluating and selecting solution, and lastly is implementing solution. So the team need to creatively at each stage getting them to consider a wide range of options. So if the idea runs dry, they need to introduce an alternative such as brainstorming technique and such as also brainwriting technique. So this will allow the people to develop more ideas. So while everyone has an equal chance to contribute. So means each participant need to give an idea to their team to solve the problem of other group. So the team need to discuss the different decision making process they follow. So you might ask them how they communicated and manage their time. So another question could be about how they keep the discussion focused. So the group need to always stay focused in to succeed the problem. And to wrap up, you might ask them whether they will have changed the approach after hearing the team's presentation. So next. So as for the key points for this game, so successful decision making and problem solving are at the heart of our all effective team, while teams are ultimately led by managers. So the most effective one foster this skill at all levels. So that's all for this game. So this game show that you need to creatively create your own problem and solve other people's group problems. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, my name is Fakrul Haikal bin Mazlan, and today I'm going to explain about the simulation management game. Okay, so for the simulation management game, I have been thinking an idea about this game. So the game is called Cardboard Boat Challenge. Okay, so for this Cardboard Boat Challenge, this is an interactive group building event. Requires your group to work in team, to communicate, to be creative, and also to be strategized. They will have fun getting to know each other, also creating bond while building and testing a functional boat made entirely out of cardboard, packing tape, and also props. Okay, this event or this game is surely to generate result with any group, from senior executive to Olympic athlete. So which means this game can be played by anybody, anyone can involve in this game. During the cardboard boat building challenge, team must deal with several curveballs that are common in the real world, such as project modification. The second one is staff changes, and also material shortage. The facilitator will highlight teachable moments and relate them directly to the experience at hand. As it is unlikely, there are many cardboard boat building experts, so which means the leadership on team will emerge as people express their own idea and become inspired by the project. Okay, so the estimate time for this game is about 1 to 2 hours. The first 15 minutes is for briefing. The second 1 hour is to build the boat, and the another is to testing the boat. Okay, so the equipment that are needed for this game are all type of cardboard and also constructional material. Okay, for the instruction, first thing first, they will be split into teams to build and customize boat out if the material provided. Present your boat so they can be evaluated based on their design and also based on their functionality. Lastly, climb aboard your vessel to go head to head in aquatic challenge. So how does it work? How does this game work? Okay, first, The lead facilitator will provide a brief orientation session to set up your team to make the most of the program. It will be made clear how the cardboard building challenge work, and also will be briefing about the rules of the event. The second one is your group will typically be divided into team. One team, for example, one team is about 6 to 8 people, and people who will be represent a standalone business unit tasked with delivering a complete product. Each team will have an opportunity to select and negotiate for material to construct their boat. So, for example, Team A and Team B, Team A bring their own material to top up the material, and also for Team B. So, they can negotiate each other to maybe to change it between Team A and Team B to build the best boat that they can make. So, the third one is once the cardboard boat is built, it will be evaluated in several areas, including presentation. The second is design. Third, marketing. And the fourth, functionality. Each team will be putting at least one member into their boat to complete in the on-water navigation challenge. Okay, what is skill that involved in this game? This game involves problem solving, communication, and also teamwork. Okay, so the quick fact about this game is this game level is medium. The venue for this game is indoor or outdoor. Indoor can be used for briefing and also for build the boat. But if you want to make it outdoor, fully outdoor, you just can do it by outdoor. Okay. This game is perfect activity for group who are hands-on. Your team loves to build, construct, and learn through experiences rather than from a book. Experiential learning is integral to your company culture and also to grow your company. The second is creative. Always quick to come up with outside of the box solution. Your group welcomes any activity that can help them think creatively and have some fun. The third one is innovative. Your team imagination run wild if given the opportunity, and they are always wearing their thinking cap. Original ideas and innovation are just a few characteristics to describe your team. Your team love a good challenge and thrives in an environment where outside the box solutions are encouraged. Okay, so what is the challenge of this game? The challenge of this game is design and build a corrugated cardboard boat capable of racing a design course. A cardboard boat may not seem impossible. Principle of buoyancy and stability help them stay afloat. As you design your boat, consider how you will use it and the condition in which it is must perform. Okay, all boats are designed and be built prior to the day of the race. There will be designated area for the boat to be on display prior to the race for the judging the creativity. So the cardboard boat race rule is the entire boat must be made of corrugated cardboard. Any thickness or corrugated is permissible. Corrugated bound to other substances like film coated with wax may not be used. Carpet tube may be used in the design of the boat except for the hull. All boat may use the duct tape on the seams only. Tape must not wrap entire boat. Okay, then any paintable one part substance may be used as waterproofing. No epoxy glue, no fiberglass resin, or no two-part finish may be used. Next, the hull cannot be wrapped in plastic or any other material. And then lastly, all crew members must wear life preservers and also shoes. Okay, so for the skill involved, this game will involve problem solving, communication, and also teamwork. Okay, so this cardboard boat challenge is a memorable activity for your group to be participated during the time. The obstacle they are forces to overcome throughout the event will have lasting result on their ability, and also lasting result on their ability of communication, motivate, innovate, and also problem solving. So that's all from me. Thank you and assalamualaikum.